Warren G, thanks for explaining DNA. If I was wanting to get a Frenchie, would you choose a female or a male? Well, it's depending on what you want to do. If you're wanting a dog as a pet, then my wife swears that the males are more affectionate than females. But I think either's fine. But either way, if you're getting a dog as a pet, get it fixed. If you are starting out and you'd like to breed a dog, then I would definitely recommend a female, because learning how to stud dogs, you really need to learn about the whole process. So my argument is if you're in the breeding end of this, so that's what you want to get into, start with a female. But if you want a pet, either one's absolutely fine. They're great dogs, they're so much fun. Christy Taylor, anyone using a dog ovulation device? You're talking about the Drominsky ovulation tester. I think it sucks. I used to have one, and I didn't use it for very long before I sold it to somebody else. It sucks. Well, I wouldn't rely on that thing at all. It's basically kind of a black handle thing with a white wand on it. You stick it up the dog's vulva and you spin it around a couple of times, you get a number on it. So unreliable, so unpredictable. I thought it was worse than having nothing at all, because it mislead you. Not a fan of it at all. Then the other thing that I'm not a fan of is these ovulation strips. Again, complete waste of time. You know, there's a reason why people are spending a lot of money on progesterone tests, and that's because they work. So you're going to spend $60 to $150 to get a progesterone test done, or you've got to buy a machine that's going to cost you a few $1,000s. Don't expect a $300 device or a $10 swab to be of any value, because they're not. And I just want to say to you, so this is a person in South Carolina was shot yesterday in a public place for a puppy he was selling. So basically somebody came to get a puppy from him, didn't give him the money, took his dog and shot him and killed him. Oh, good Lord. So if somebody else has replied here, they said, if you don't know the person, meet at the local police station. Yes, exactly. I've been talking about this for a long time. You know, public places you'd think are okay. Certainly, look, if you're inside a Walmart and you hand the dog over inside a Walmart, I think that's a safe place. In a Walmart parking lot, no, it's not. It's certainly better than a dark country road at 2 o'clock at night, or in your driveway at your house. But certainly a police station, you can go into a police station and you can say, hey, I'm meeting a person to do a transaction, but I just want to be safe. Is it okay if I do it right here? And they'll say something to you like, absolutely, we'll watch out for you. Or yeah, just walk outside and we've got you on camera and we'll watch out for you. But absolutely, the police are here to help you. So yeah, be safe, be safe. Maran Frenchie just want to ask, if you bred a Merle to a brindle, will it be 50-50 Merles and brindles? Yes, you'll get 50%. I mean, on average, half the dogs will be Merle. On average, half the dogs will be brindle. So if you use that math, you'd expect to get 1/4 not Merle, not brindle, 1/4 Merle and brindles, 1/4 Merles and 1/4 brindles, which makes up the full one. Brandy E, would it be the same with a female with a risk of one variant of IVDD and a male has 2 variants for the same thing? I'm not sure what you're asking me, but if you've got one dog has a single copy of a recessive gene like IVDD and the other dog has 2 copies, you'd expect half the litter to have 2 copies and half the litter to have 1 copy. Jeremy Malone, how are we doing time-wise here? Jeremy Malone, 1 intensity, capital EM, little E, so that's a cream carrier. Big B, doesn't carry chocolate. Little D, blue. KY, not brindle. AYAT, it's a fawn. It's a sable. SSP, 1 copy of pied. M, 1 copy of Merle. What would you call my stud? What does he carry? He is a blue sable Merle that carries a copy of cream and pied. There you go. That's what he is. Ely Lanny, why do some breeders say pet only versus full rights? What makes a puppy pet only? So, on an AKC litter application that you get when you buy a dog, if it's AKC registered, the owner of the litter has two choices. They can either ink out the numbers that let you register that dog with full rights, which means that you can then breed that dog and get AKC paperwork. If you've got a stud that you use as also AKC, or they've inked it out, which means that that dog can compete in shows. It is an AKC dog, but it will cannot have puppies that would be AKC registrable. You could have puppies from them, but you would not be able to get AKC paperwork on those puppies. Why could that be? Because a number of reasons. One might be that the person doesn't want you breeding the dog because they want to protect their lines. They don't want you to have their lines. That's one reason. Another reason would be is because they think that the quality of the dog is not such that it should be bred. And so there's something about the dog that they're not crazy about. Maybe it's overweight a bit, or it's got a long tail, or it's got too big ears, or it's got too much muzzle. It could be a variety of reasons, but for whatever reason, they've deemed that that dog should not be bred. And so they're saying, we're going to let you have a dog as a pet, but you can't breed it. And the third one would be is they will let you breed that dog down the road, but they want more money out of you to get that paperwork. So it doesn't inherently mean there's anything wrong with the dog, but what it does mean is that you are not going to be able to get AKC paperwork on any puppies you produce from that dog unless that is changed from pet only on the paperwork to full rights. So it's limited rights versus full rights. And if you go out and buy a dog that's pet only, they may not even give you the paperwork, which is completely up to them, of course. There's nothing wrong with that. Wow says, I had a litter of 5 puppies born February the 7th. They're all doing awesome. Unfortunately, 2 died, one yesterday and 1 today. One had a complication since birth, and the other was sat on by mother. I was wondering if it's common for pups to die even though they seem healthy for the mum to eat. And for the mum to eat a sick, dead puppy. Well, I mean, you asked a couple of questions there. So the first one is look, puppies do die. And for no apparent reason sometimes when they might be 7 days old. And actually in this case they're February the 7th, so now it's the 10th, so that was 3 days old. There are a number of reasons why puppies can die. One is they've got some kind of a problem. They've got something genetically wrong with them on the inside. They've got a bad heart, they've got liver shunts, they've got something else that's going on, a kidney issue, whatever. Something you can't see that's causing problems. The puppy then fails to live. Another quite common cause for this is people are taking puppies early and their lungs not developed properly, and they die typically 48 to 72 hours later. And that's a completely avoidable situation. And then the other one would be is that they get trauma, a dog steps on them. And so that's why you should be having a whelping box that has a pig rail in it, and you should be using our whelping box where the heat tape is under the pig rail and the puppies migrate and stay under the pig rail so mum doesn't step on them in the first place. Mum eating a sick or a dead puppy, that's probably an evolutionary thing where they don't want a dead puppy around for things like wolves to smell and come and eat, so they eat it themselves. And also, of course, if your food supply is in short, then you have nourishment from eating a dead puppy that might make the difference to you being able to suck a lot of puppies. And then sometimes I think dogs know when there's a problem and they'll reject a puppy. And we don't realize what's wrong, but they apparently do. So there are some reasons for that. I think we're getting near the end of this. More news vlog. I have a male, has blue eyes when I turn the lights off. What does that mean? Nothing. Male, the only thing that means anything in eyes on a dog is a dog that carries 2 copies of either chocolate or cocoa will have a red eye glow in a completely dark room with a video with the light turned on. You'll see a red eye glow. And anything else, greens and blues and other flashing reds, don't mean anything. It's a solid red eye glow. Susan Quinn. My girl loves her folic acid. I gave my folic acid on her last pregnancy. Had 10 pups and no clefts. Good. She's pregnant again. I'm giving her folic acid, so hopefully she doesn't have any again. Absolutely, you bet. It's good insurance. It doesn't guarantee you're not going to have birth defects, but it can. But if you don't have enough folic acid, you can get birth defects. So, for the sake of $10 worth of tablets, it doesn't make sense not to give it. I think I've answered that one. I think we're at the end of the line. Kush Gods, please retitle your videos based on your subjects, please. Yeah, I can't do it. It would just take me way too long, sorry. Somebody says your channel is brilliant, you're a great teacher. I appreciate that. We do our best. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy Super Bowl. Coming up. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate people who subscribe to me. It helps me, encourage me to do more of these videos. But do remember, disclaimer here, I am not a vet. I'm not a licensed medical professional. I'm purely a person who's been breeding dogs for the last couple of decades. Any information that you got from this video, use at your own risk. There's nothing implied here, and certainly this should not be used as a substitute for advice from your veterinarian or your medical professional. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back for more of them. Bye.